Hey, how you doing? I want to talk to you about something. Have you ever noticed how sometimes you get drawn into stress and chaos, almost like it's an addiction? It shows up in so many ways. For instance, think about our love for reality shows and crazy, crazy movies. Even though we know that they're not truly reality, we often find ourselves feeding off that energy that it brings just from watching somebody else's life be chaotic. That's crazy. Okay, so I want you to think about it when you watch a show or a movie and we see someone making choices we know aren't the best, but we can't help it. We shout at the screen, "No, stop, don't do that. What are you doing? Why are you doing such and such?" Now imagine stepping outside of your own life and viewing it just like that movie. What advice would you give yourself if you were watching your own story unfold? Yeah, it's easy to think about somebody else's, but you gotta watch your own. Have you ever found yourself getting upset over something in the great scheme of things really doesn't matter at all? Maybe you stayed up all night working on something that ultimately wouldn't change anything significantly. Yet in the moment, it feels so important. Take a moment just to think about that. I once observed someone who was so stressed out about a project that had no real impact. She spent hours. When I say hours, I mean she was up all night. I said, "What time did you go to bed?" It was like 3 o'clock in the morning when she went to sleep. And what she was doing didn't make any difference of anything. It was a clear example how we can get caught up in chaos and believing it's critical when it really is not. She spent all night working on something that doesn't move the needle in the right direction. So what about you? What are things in your life that you pour energy into that ultimately don't lead to any meaningful results? Are there moments when you realize that the stress and chaos are not serving you in a positive way? Take that time to think about it because it's a serious thing when you flood your body with all these emotions that are not going anywhere. I want you to remember the key is to step back. When you start doing this, breathe and be intentional about what you truly needs your energy, what truly needs your energy. Next time you find yourself caught up in chaos, look at your life from the outside. Give yourself that same advice you were yelling at that screen with the same amount of energy and choose a healthier, more peaceful path to your life. We all do it. Trust me. It's very easy to get caught up on the things that don't matter. But at this day and age, we don't have time for that. There is no time for things that don't matter. We only have time for things that feed our spirit, feed our souls, and project us to the lifestyle that we live, that we want to live, that we envision for ourselves, that we crave and we know that we are deserving of it. Remember, it only takes one small change to make a difference. Are you ready to start making those changes to have your life different? Or do you want to just keep complaining and be caught up in the chaos and the stress of what you're doing? That, by the way, is not working for you and it's causing you health problems that you don't even know you have right now because you haven't taken time to make time for yourself. Anyhow, that's all I want to say today. Have a wonderful day. No matter what you get caught up into, make sure that you're intentional about making your day the best day that you can. Okay? God bless. Bye-bye.